Spinny ball. Stop spinning. I guess I want to make sure that you get the very beginning of my sentence today. So bear with me while the spinny ball spins. It's actually not a ball this time. It's a little blue box with an arrow that goes around. You know what I mean. That thing that... There we go. We're ready to go. Hello, my name's Dan Nelson, and maybe you know me. Thank you to all of you who follow me on a regular basis. I appreciate it. We have a good time together. We actually have a fun little community. I love it when you guys actually talk to each other, and when I miss the chats, and sometimes you answer the chats that I miss. That's great. Well, what I want to talk about today, I'm not going to paint in this session, but I'm going to talk. I'm actually going to do 2 broadcasts today, both related to competitions. But I want the second broadcast to be a standalone, and I want the second one not to be tightly connected to the experience of this past weekend. Okay, so I have entitled this broadcast, What to Do When You Lose. I ought to know, because I lose plenty. Actually, I don't lose plenty. The reason I don't is because I don't enter nearly enough competitions as I oughta. That is really probably the weakest leg of my art career. Man, I read some people's websites, artists, and they have everything they've won since 3rd grade, 2nd place pumpkin carving contest. You know what I mean? And I just like, wow, it's amazing. Even the few things that I have won, most of them I forget. I don't put them on my website. And anyway, everybody's got a different style. My style is just not to be all that fired up about competitions. It's a weakness. Okay, but I was in a little competition this past weekend, and if you were with me, you saw me. It was the East Beach Paint Out in Norfolk, Virginia. I did 4 or 5 broadcasts during the weekend, and I have, unfortunately, I have 3. I did 6 paintings. 2 of them I donated to the auction, which is another story, and 1 of them I sold. The smallest one I sold. So needless to say, it was not a good weekend financially. And okay, here's the scoop. I won honorable mention. Now, there were 18 other artists in the competition. Let me see, 18 of whom, no wait, 15 of whom didn't win anything. So for me to say I lost is a little bit of a stretch, right? Because there 15 people didn't even win honorable mention. So 3 people beat me. I was essentially 4th place out of 19. But I'm calling that I lost. Now, no doubt. Now, I didn't go into this with, they're good painters. They're plenty good painters. I did not go in with any assumptions at all. I guess that's lesson number 1. Don't ever assume anything. Don't assume you're going to win. Don't think you're the best, and I don't, and I didn't. So I didn't make that stupid mistake. But I did win 1st place last year, okay? So I'm sure that could help bleeding over into a little extra hope that, well, maybe I'll win this year too. Do you follow me? Which, again, that would be stupid to think that. So I'm encouraging myself and all of my fellow artists, don't ever think that way. By the way, I've got to be very honest and everything and humble. Oh, so humble. You won't believe how humble I'm going to be today. Because I discovered that some of my friends at this event in Norfolk actually watch my video. So, hi John, if you're watching. Hi Jeremy, if you ever see this. Hi Monica. Hi all my other artist friends. Had a great time. Truly had a great time. Wish I'd had a better time painting, and I'll get into that in a minute. But I want to talk about literally. So, what do you do when you lose? And again, I won 4th place. It's not the same as losing, but you know what I mean. I want to say, I don't have a clear outline in my mind, but I hope everything that's packed in there will come out. It's been a couple days now. Number 1, I would say, come on, get off it, admit that you're disappointed. And I say that because I run into so many artists who put such a stiff upper lip on this thing that they pretend, oh, no, I lose all the time and I love it. Ho, 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 ho. That's a slight exaggeration. But you know what I mean. No, come on. Admit it. It's just, we keep a good poker face. I kept a good poker face up there in Norfolk. Did I? All my friends up there? I did. I smiled and okay, but admit Admit your disappointment. I think admitting your disappointment will help you process this thing a lot better than pretending. Well, you know, every judge, blah, blah, it's a crapshoot and all that kind of stuff. It is a crapshoot, and every judge, blah, blah, blah. But just okay, first of all, admit that, okay, dang, I wish I won. At least second. Or third. Or honorable mention, all the rest of you say, yeah, okay. But first of all, admit you're disappointed. Now, number two, here's what I really want to get into. And I'm actually going to name names. In this show, I'm going to name, not only going to name names, I'm going to show you artwork from all three people that beat me. They're all friends, especially the one who won first place, Jeremy. Good friend, love you, Jeremy. Somebody watches this and tell Jeremy I said I love him. I do. He's a good brother. We've just connected in the art world and look forward to connecting a whole lot more. I kept teasing him about being so young. That's because I'm so old. That's what old people do. Anyway, he won first place, and the other two that won second and third are also new friends, but enjoyed being with them. So this is the painting I did on Friday. It didn't win. I didn't enter in the competition, but it didn't win anything. Here's the painting I did on Friday evening. I did this Friday morning. I did this Friday afternoon / evening. Okay. Not bad paintings. I'm getting ahead of myself. So let me go back to the question, what do you do when you lose? Number one, admit that you're disappointed. Number two, and this is what I really want to say. I want to hear myself say this. I want to hold up a mirror. No, you are the mirror. I want to hear myself say this. Listen, when you lose, you don't bail, you don't jump ship, you don't kill yourself, you don't quit. Okay, you can get mad if you want, just for a second. If it helps you get over it, but getting mad usually just makes you madder. I didn't get mad. I disappointed, yes. Not mad. Didn't ever feel like I'd been cheated or done wrong or the judging was bad. No. Everybody that beat me deserved to beat me. Fair and square. I mean, you could argue, you could hold your mouth different and say, well, if I had a different judge, yeah, maybe. I'm not at all complaining about the judging. Although I'm going to talk about judging in my next video, which is separate from this. But it's not, I really don't think it's sour grapes, because no, it was fair and square. And by the way, I'm really happy for each person, truly happy for each person that beat me. When I just think about them, think about Jeremy winning, cool. When I think about Tomas winning, very cool. When I think about David winning ahead of me, cool. And everybody else that was in the competition, I would have been happy if they won too. Okay, but here's the main thing I want to say. When you lose, and you look at the people that won, there's a right and a wrong way to process. And I'm going to show you. I don't have, I took a few minutes just a little while ago. How can I do this now? Let me get this painting down. Here we go. And I actually went online and downloaded samples of each of these people's work. Okay, so first of all, this is Jeremy Sams. Look him up. He lives near Greensboro, North Carolina. A young man. I keep teasing him about being young, but I guess he's 40. Maybe it's my guess. Maybe you can find out. Love him. Nice guy. Nice painting. Acrylics, by the way, which is a real surprise because he looks like an oil painter, very painterly and so on. And so he's one of those that has managed to arm wrestle acrylics into looking good. He won first. Tomas won second. There's Tomas, fascinating guy, by the way, born in Bohemia, escaped from the communist army in 1983, I think it was, to come to America. Good painter, very, very, I told my wife, Tomas is a painter's painter. Everybody in the room wants to paint like him, if you know what I mean. Very loose, very dynamic brush strokes, and so forth. So that's one example of his work. And then finally, the person that won third place was David Heath, an artist a little bit older than me, very well established. His paintings go for more money than mine do. We have been in the same gallery. We've never met till this weekend, but turns out we've been in the same gallery together before. And he, by his own admission, or by his clear statement, is a Hudson River School Luminist painter. He tells a story about when he first saw the Luminist painters in when he was a fairly young man, and light bulb came out and said, "That's what I want to do." And sure enough, that's what he does. I couldn't find a good copy of this is one of his small paintings. My guess is this is about actual size, and many of his, of course, are much larger than this, but very atmospheric, super atmospheric, lots of light effects, all landscape, almost all nature, and so on. So even though I can't show you the pieces from this weekend, these are the three, in this case, three men who beat me. Okay, and by the way, there's some very fine women artists in the competition as well, and but it just happened that the three that beat me were these guys. Okay, so the right thing to do with losing. Let me say the wrong thing first. The wrong thing to do is to look at somebody else's work and say, maybe I should paint more like them. Now this is real delicate. This is real balance here, because when you see somebody's artwork and their painting is better than yours, yes, there's some aspect of what they are doing that makes you go, I should learn from that. I should do some. Do you hear me? So yes, it's proper to soak up, absorb, observe. You better. I mean, you should be doing this. We do this anyway, don't we? I know you do. Every time you look at any painter, even if they're not as good as you, there's often things you can learn from them. But in this case, they beat me fair and square, and they were all good painters. And I look at them and say, that's good. The way he does this or the way she does that, that's really good. That's proper. What is not proper is, I'm going to start painting like them. Maybe I should shift my style. In fact, David Heath, let me show you his painting again. David Heath and I had a meal together, and we had a fun conversation. He talked about, he paints in this obviously very, what I would call a tight manner, even though it's atmospheric and soft edges, very precise, very tight. And he was talking about how he would like to paint looser, but when he tries to paint, has tried in the past, it just doesn't work. And he said something like, I guess this is what I'm destined to paint, or this is what I'm called to paint. This is my gifting. This is what I'm supposed to do. That's all I can do. I can't do anything else. It was something like that. And it was a real wise statement. And I would say the same, that is true of all of us. You be you. You be the best you. So if I were to draw this in a diagram real quick, it would be something like this. Here's you standing, looking at, this is the back of your head. It's either a guy or a girl with really short hair. Okay? And here's a painting that beat you. So they got a ribbon. And here's your painting that did not win. Get the picture? Are you with me? So here is the wrong thing to do. To look at this painting and say, you know what? I'm going to shift my style more. Now you can learn things. You see, there's a difference. So there's a difference between learning and shifting. Are you with me? Yes, learn. No, shift. Learn from other people's paintings, good ones especially, but that doesn't mean you're supposed to abandon your calling, your style, your personality. Instead, you're supposed to take stuff that's over here, this, the way they did this, and this, and you shift, now you do shift that. You absorb that, you take that in, and you go, I want to pretend that this now is like the entrance to a hallway. That it's a painting, but it's a journey. You are on your own journey. Okay, a three-dimensional area. Are you with me? You go this way, and you keep going down that path. Better, 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 better. Okay, that's the main thing I want to say. So yeah, sure, I was disappointed. Not upset, not surprised. I was beat by a good artist. There were little things here and there, little things from Jeremy and Tomas and David that I said, look at the way they do that. I should consider incorporating that into some of what I do. But it always has to be what you do. Now, you young people, by the way, you don't have this journey yet. I mean, young people are so early in their journey that they don't even have a personal style, and so you just keep working till a style finds you. By the way, I'm horribly against the notion of choosing a style. Students, do not choose. No. Do not choose a style. Just work your butt off, and the style will pick you. Okay, that's pretty much the truth. Okay. Let me see. Anything else I want to say in this regard? Oh yeah, by the way, so let me show you. I showed you two of the paintings that I did, right? Here's the one I did. Just a quick comment. There's the one I did Friday morning, and here's the one I did Friday afternoon. Now, ironically, while I was looking for some of these other on my computer, I'm pointing at my computer back there. While I was looking for their samples of their work, I found samples of mine. Literally, because when I went to this event last year and won, I never got good photographs of my paintings, but I found them online. I want to show you what I did last year. This maybe hurts the worst. Maybe this hurts the very worst. You ready? Hurts me the worst. I want to show you just some bad prints. That is to say, just, off my computer, off my printer. Bad prints of my last year's painting. So this was this year. This is downtown Norfolk. Not a bad painting, would you say? Not a bad painting. I don't know how it looks on your monitor. Okay, but this is the painting that I did last year of almost the same. This building right here is this building right here. So almost, it's the same street, almost the same view. Now let me zoom in here. Here's what really hurts. Doggone it. It's looser. It's freer. It's got really good rendering, especially in these cars down here. It really knocked it out of the park. Doing them loose but realistic. Doggone it. I think that the painting I did last year, this is decent. And I'm not asking you to argue with me. But I think I did better last year. Okay, and so that was Friday morning. Then last year, this was Saturday's painting. And this is, now here's last year's painting from Saturday. Doggone it. This is what hurts. And there's not a good lesson here other than just buck up and keep going. I think this might be a better painting than this one. And so I'm going, wow, what did I know last year that I... First of all, by the way, this does not happen very often. That's good news. I guess the good news is, how about that? Last year I was a pretty good painter. Because usually it's the other way around. Usually I look at a painting I did a year ago, I'm better than that now. So it's odd encouragement to look at my paintings from a year ago and saying, dang, I hit some home runs last year when I was up there. Maybe that explains why I won last year and I didn't win this year. By the way, my favorite two paintings from this year I don't have. If I compared those to these, I think I couldn't. Yeah, they're just as good. But anyway, that was kind of funny. I think that's all I want to say. Stay you, stay true to you, stay on your path. Benefit from what other good artists are doing. Incorporate that then into what you incorporate that into what you do, but don't get off your path. Okay, like David Heath's conversation. This is what I'm called to do. This is what I'm created to do. I can't do anything else. There's some truth. Not you young people. That doesn't count for you. You have to work for years before you find out who you are. But the bottom line is, when you lose a competition, after you get over just a little bit of disappointment, give yourself like one beer's worth of disappointment. I hate beer, by the way, but glass of wine. I don't really like wine. Okay, nice margarita. Now we're talking. Give yourself one drink of disappointment, okay? You with me? Then get over it. Get over it. Progress as an artist is, the recipe for progress is little tiny bits of, oh darn, I could have done better. Little bits of that, like a spice in your stew. But huge amounts, meat and potatoes of, dang, I'm doing great. Okay, so after you get over your disappointment, then it should, losing a competition, and it has for me, should put fire in your tank, whatever, gas in your tank. I'm missing, you don't want fire in your tank, do you? Okay, you straighten out the analogy, you fix it. But it should put fire in your step, spring in your step, fire in your engine, fire engine, fire shooting out of the back of your jet. I'm getting myself in more and more trouble. Anyway, drive me. I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. I'm going to improve. I'm going to keep improving. That's how you lose competition. Okay? I'm going to do another broadcast in just a little while, talk about a related subject, but I didn't want to do them together. Okay? Thanks for watching. I'm actually going to start in just a few minutes. You're welcome, David.